Tonight, there are new questions about SNAP benefits, even though funding was restored through September 2026 after the government reopened.
That's because the Trump administration is now signaling all SNAP recipients may soon be required to reapply for the program. Here's U.S. Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins bringing up concerns about benefit fraud.
What we have found since we started getting that data late spring of this year is just stunning. As you mentioned, 186,000 deceased individuals receiving benefits, 500,000 people getting more than two times the benefit.
Tonight, 11 Alive consumer investigative reporter Liza Lucas is breaking down on what we know and what we don't about the proposal for people to reapply.
We asked the USDA for specifics about what reapplying would look like, whether there's a timeline, and how this would better prevent fraud compared to the recertification process Georgia and other states already required.
We pressed the USDA for answers, the agency only responding with a statement saying, in part, Secretary Rollins wants to ensure the fraud, waste, and incessant abuse of SNAP ends. Rates of fraud were only previously assumed, and President Trump is doing something about it. The USDA says recertification for households is part of that work. Georgia Congresswoman Nikema Williams, whose district covers most of Atlanta, is urging the USDA to reconsider. In a letter writing, families already fighting to get by shouldn't have to jump through new hoops to keep the benefits they have rightfully earned. If the plan does move forward, advocates warn the impact could be significant.
I can't imagine what that would look like for the state of Georgia and the caseworkers. And I also can't imagine what that would look like for the people receiving benefits.
Ife Finch-Floyd with the Georgia Budget and Policy Institute says there are already safeguards in place.
SNAP is a highly efficient program. I know there are narratives out there that suggest otherwise, but it has a very rigorous quality control process that is in fact more intensive and more accurate than what we see in some other federally run programs.
The USDA won't say how much fraud it's found so far, but separately, our reporting shows SNAP theft from card skimmers and other methods continues to drain taxpayer dollars. A federal watchdog report shows states replaced more than $320 million in stolen benefits between October 2022 and 2024. But that same report indicates the USDA now has limited data on the true scope of such theft because states no longer have to report it. We're asking the agency about that as well. In the newsroom, I'm Liza Lucas, 11 Alive News.
And to see Liza's deep dive investigation on what the state and federal governments are doing to fight SNAP theft, download 11 Alive Plus on your TV and look for her Inside 11 Alive News Investigates coverage on the home screen.